I almost didn't want to start the show because the cats were being so cute. They are now trying to convince Aaron to continue the laser pointer. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Today's live stream, I solicited topics last week that people wanted to cover, and one of the topics I suggested, which is complicated, is economic resistance, which has like a very precise meaning, which is usually associated with certain regimes in the world. Anyway, I want to give it its due diligence. And then one of the, I think what a lot of people think of when they think of economic resistance is kind of boycotts and consumer activism, which isn't quite the same as economic resistance. But I think that's what a lot of people are saying, which is like, should we stop, giving money to Amazon or X or what, using meta platforms, whatever it might be. And that is also a great topic. We are going to save it for another one. A ton of the other suggested topics weren't really enough for an entire live stream because they were like, how do I set up an LLC? And while I think that is a great question, I feel like it's going to be only specific to certain people at a certain point in time. And for most people, it's going to be different because they're going to live in different states or different countries, have a different type of business. But you know what we can do? We can use this time right now for us all to do the thing we have been procrastinating on doing. Because I guarantee you have some small financial task. It might not be financial, maybe just some small task that you've been putting off. Logging into your insurance portal to find therapists in your area and making a list of them so that you can call them during your lunch break, or sending emails to them. Maybe you are struggling with, actually looking at your calendar and figuring out what your financial priorities are for the next 3 months. Maybe you need to reconcile your YNAB budget. The thing that I'm going to do on this live stream, the thing that I've really been procrastinating on is not really live stream content, which is just, I don't even know if my computer can handle it. I need to edit a YouTube video. I really hope I can get it done before the end of this month. I'm starting to feel like it's not possible. It is possible. It's possible. Is it probable when I have a very packed week at work starting tomorrow? Who knows? Downloading your W-2 forms, another great example. Or maybe you are wondering about how to set up an LLC. The person who asked about that last week was Seamus. I don't know if Seamus is here today, but Seamus is in Oregon. I'm pretty sure still in Oregon. And it takes about 10 minutes to do on the web for Oregon to set up your LLC. $100 and 10 minutes, I would say. So it's pretty easy. It takes about 5 minutes to get an EIN from the federal government, or at least it did before last week. I guess we'll find out if it still takes that long to get an EIN for your business. So we've all got some tasks that we've been putting off. If you think that you're entirely caught up and you have no tasks that you're procrastinating on. Oh, by the way, these don't have to be like computer tasks. They don't have to be money tasks. You could put this on in the background while you clean out your sink, do your dishes. This morning, I was like, I have to mop the bathroom. I've been putting it off for like almost a week. And I was like, I'm going to listen to a silly video for 10 minutes while I do a very quick clean of the bathroom. Is it the most amazing clean that I've ever done in my life? No, it is not. But I put headphones in, I listened to the video, I took everything out, I swept everything down, I cleaned the toilet, I cleaned all the mirrors and everything, and mopped the floor, swept and mopped, and then I was able to hop in the shower. And you know what? It was great. I got it done. So, Aaron has been procrastinating on the slides since Thursday, so I guess that's my plan. Yeah. Oh, you said you were going to do that during my stream, and you probably would have normally done that during my stream anyway, but it is a perfect anti-procrastination task. I'm looking over there because Aaron is right behind me. Okay, great things. Koala says, I'm here for the donut. Okay, Koala, thank you for bringing that up because we should introduce the donuts first. This is how we're going to structure this anti-procrastination stream. We are going to do this in 10-minute chunks. You can get more done in 10 minutes than you think you can. So what you're going to do is you are going to list out what the big task that you're trying to do is, like whatever it might be, book a therapist appointment. And then you're going to list the part that you think you can get done in 10 minutes. I'm going to introduce the donut. Then we're going to start the timer. I'm going to put the timer up on the side of the screen. And what that is going to do for us is that it is going to count down, and I'm going to just narrate what I'm doing. What I will be doing is setting up my, I got a very good offer from Chase Bank for, who I'm, by the way, not necessarily recommending. They're not the evilest of banks, but they're not the least evil either. But they have a $900 thing that I've gotten a targeted sign-up offer for signing up for bank accounts. And it is enough that it is worth taking the chunk of change that I need to leave in the account for a couple months in order to get the bonus. And to me, mentally, that $900 that I get from that will be the money that I put towards custom clothing in Vietnam in March. Even if it doesn't technically land in my account by then, which might be true. Although I've heard they've been very fast about them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sit down and do that sign up. I will not be doing it on the screen like I do when I do these study things, because obviously signing up for a bank account, probably don't want it on the screen. So anyway, you're going to write down what you have in your chat. I'm going to introduce you to the donut while in the chat you put what you're going to do. I'm going to run through a couple of them so you've got a little public accountability, and then we're going to dive into it. And if you have a question about the task you're trying to do, if it's some sort of financial task and you don't know where to get started, like you're like, crap, where do I find out where I get an LLC? The cat is being ridiculous and cute. If you don't, if you don't know what you need to do next, just ask in the chat and I will try to answer those. The cat is being very cute, but I'm going to show you this donut really quick. We've got two donuts today. This one is a old-fashioned donut. So it's old-fashioned, which is like those kind of harder donuts, but it's got a chocolate shell, which has already got in my fingers. And then the other side is, what is it? It is vanilla glaze. So I probably will eat just the tiniest bit of the chocolate, and then I will not eat it. I would like you all to see this amazing coaster that Erin made for me. Look how cute it is. Do you think I should color it in like, and make it fun colors? Or do you think it's better as the wood? Okay. Then this one, I will say it was prettier when I got it, but we're just going to ignore that second half. And I also would really like you to see that it matches my planner cover. The planner cover is from Happy Scrappy. The donut is from Dough, and it has like little sparkles on it. I transported it poorly. The donut was prettier when I got it, but it's got like glittery sparkles. It's a traditional raised donut. And I think it's like a vanilla-y glaze. So we've got two again today. Yes, it is exactly like a black and white, but a donut. It's a black and white old-fashioned. Pretty cool, huh? The coaster, yes. What do you think about the coaster? I do think it would be very cool to color it in. I might not be good at that. Okay, let's see. There was a lot of discussion about what you're doing. Okay, David is saying, I'm trying to figure out if a doctor can try to bill me for copay from August of 2023. That sounds like it's beyond the statute of limitations. Is that your task? Because that seems like a good starting task. So the No Surprise Act was already in effect by then. So you should check if the No Surprises Act can even apply to this. Is it balance billing? What is it? You should look in to see if the No Surprises Act applies. Okay, if I've been procrastinating on these slides since Thursday, so I guess that's my plan. Okay, that sounds good. So you're gonna start doing the slides. I'm assuming you're not gonna finish them in 10 minutes. I'm working on a work project I put off for redacted months. Okay, great. What is your 10-minute task on it? Can you send someone to do mine next? No. I think I would finish my own bathroom before I'm gonna go do anyone else's. You could start your bathroom. You could do 10 minutes of bathroom cleaning if you want to continue procrastinating on your medical bills. I feel like that could be fun too. I'm trying to get this to like not... Sometimes I feel like an idiot when I use my iPad. Oh, cool. And it disconnected from the screen. I just realized that I'm only in a tiny bubble here. Hope you're all well. The cranes say hi. Hello. I'm so excited we get a crane update every day. This is like studying breaks for the financial advisor exam. Yes, absolutely. Although we did 45 minutes and 15, but we're doing this faster. Apparently Cheryl's is going into Dollar Tree. Childless Crane Lady says, I'm going to try to finish planning my year. I'm going to grab the mail and separate eggs for our homemade cat food. Amazing. I need to work on marketing for my new studio space. I'm freaking out. That's so exciting. Oh, Fuzz Bubbles, you broke your ankle yesterday morning. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's really rough. I'm assuming you know Becky from the forums, not Becky from the forums, because she broke her ankle last year, and I'm sure we'll have sympathy for you. I'm so sorry. Okay. 10-minute task. Finish sheet 1, aka the low-hanging fruit. I love it. 10-minute task is writing up a greeting card with my new hours and location. The bill is for my copay, which is the minimum they are trying to charge me, and I have my credit card statement from August of 2023 showing I paid them that amount. You should just be able to send that documentation and nope out of it. I should look into moving a $457K from forever ago at a terrible company with all the fees. Can I roll that into a pre-existing IRA? You can roll that into a pre-existing IRA. As long as it has the same tax treatment. But yes, you should be able to roll it into your own IRA. So what you should do is look up what forms. That's my opinion. I think you should try to figure out if you have your login still. And then you should, in the login, look up what forms you need for rollover. And at least for Vanguard, you can fill in all of the information to initiate the Vanguard and initiate the transfer on Vanguard's site as well. I'm here getting stuff for a sign. Okay. Is that laser being controlled by a human or a robot? A robot. Should I put it back on the screen? Because she's really going for it. She's still having fun. Definitely starting with Vanguard. The other company is Corebridge and they suck. I don't even know Corebridge. And I feel like I know most of the kind of crappy ones. Okay. I can't make this screen not do this. I feel like an idiot, but I can't make this, like, close? Okay, there we go. Oh, cool. It just turned it off when I tried to put it that way.
Put it on the power button.
This is why their iPad app sucks. Okay. What? Nope. Nope. Almost right. We could just do this. We're it's because it's an old one. What if I do this? Aaron is gonna fix it. For now, we're gonna be here. This doesn't work great. I would like the whole screen to not be black.
What do you want?
I want this to be on the side, which it is in one of the layouts, where it's like only just on the side next to camera. Okay. We're gonna go. We're off to the races. 10 minutes counting down now. I guess Aaron's task now is gonna be fixing my screen. I thought this would work better. We had it in the old one when I was doing the Oh, it's because we were using it as a wired overlay back then. Okay. All right. I'm opening both accounts on Chase's website. Yes, sign in now. I'm doing it. I think this is worth it. Oh, what? Okay, I'm just ignoring what's happening on the screen here. I do have to get my phone for multi-factor authentication. Hopefully that won't pop up on my iPad. I have a gripe that I continue to gripe about all the time, which is that I think it is extremely annoying that Chase's authentication codes are so long. They are just like, they're too long to like easily memorize. Now I have to go get my driver's license. I'm doing a great job. Is it working? Should I swap over?
No, don't touch anything.
Okay, it's looking great.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Okay.
Don't break it.
Can I move it so that?
Don't touch anything.
Okay. Ooh, look how nice that is. Okay. My 3D printer melted down over the weekend. Wow. Does it like fixable? I finally got my LLC set up and I just now need to create a separate bank account for it, but it's so overwhelming I keep putting it off. Actually, creating a bank account once you have the LLC should be easy. I understand it feels hard. Here's my recommendation. Because you're in Oregon. I use Rivermark business checking, and I was able to set up most of it online. And I have used them for my business checking for like 8 years, and they've been great. And they're a credit union. And yep, I am a fan. So I don't know, see if you can do that on the website. You might be able to even just set up an appointment, and that might be enough to like get her done. Also, there's a Rivermark right next to the Lloyd Center, if that is okay. We've got 6 minutes left, and I have officially hit the application form for this checking account. I can't believe this. I haven't like signed up for a new bank account for the bonus in a really long time. Okay. Aaron, I'm gonna text you a a question, and you're gonna tell me if there's a possibility that are any of these, tell me if this is a trick question that they're asking, or if any of these questions or any of these are the pet insurance provider that we have.
Those are pet names.
Oh, okay. Well, then great. I thought those were insurance company names. That's a new one. I've gotten a lot of credit questions over the years. I've never gotten the you got you got insurance for a pet. Which of the following pets did you purchase insurance for? Oop, boom. Okay. I'm now searching this. I didn't realize that the questions that they ask you for credit were going to be so hard, but one of them asked what accounts I have, what banks I have bank accounts at, and I have two different like neobank accounts, like my high yield savings account and everything. And so I'm double checking that none of them are that none of these banks listed are actually the bank of record for the neobanks that I have. Okay, great. None of them are, because they ask you all these trick questions with credit questions. So I am, there we go. What is my occupation? Always hard. Y'all, am I clerical, consultant, executive, government, laborer, management, military, professional, sales, service, teacher, or technology? I'm going to say professional. I'm not management, which is why I'm allowed to be in the union. Okay, great. Okay. Then I need to put this in my 1Password. We have 2 minutes left, guys. Okay. I created a pin. Now I got to move money. I probably can't do it in this 1 minute and 30 seconds left, but yes. All right. I've been approved for the bank accounts. And I need to transfer money to my new accounts. Okay. Get started. I want to link an external account. And it's Chase and I have credit cards with Chase. So it wasn't even that hard because I already have my primary checking account set up with as my payment account. So wow, that was easy. It's not as bad. It's probably not as bad as you think they are. Journalist was not an option. I like how everybody keeps listing things. Instagram dance influencer, which is like the farthest. Ice skating and budget educating journalist. None of these were options from the 7 options on their drop-down menu, you all. David, there is no reason unless you exceed the FDIC amount to distribute your money to multiple banks for redundancy. If you exceed the FDIC insured amount, which is 200,000, then you do want to put it at multiple banks because each account is insured up to that amount. Part of the reason I also use extra banks. Okay, we're gonna hit complete. Yay! Confetti. How did everybody do? Tell me what they are. Influencers make money off of their influence. I do not make money off of my influence. I have to keep clicking on this page while we eat the donut because Chase is really, it signs you out for inactivity very quickly. So, well, I do. Okay, here's the thing. I don't get paid for dancing on social media, but I do get paid for ice skating sometimes. So I think that we could, in fact, say that I am more an ice skating professional than I am a social media dance influencer. Signed paraphernalia acquired. You did it. You completed your task. Yes, they often do not list media unless they want to like not let you into a country because you're press. But then on the flip side, sometimes they have too many professions. Like if you have to get your IRS digit code for your business, I get completely overwhelmed and there's too many codes and none of them seem to apply to my business. Okay. For quite a while, because I had a financial services license, I would just hit financial services because since it's regulated, it would just end up being easier. But then sometimes it ends up making your life harder. All right. I'm not going to touch whatever's happening.
You can change it.
Okay, I can change it. Can I bring it back?
There's a camera with llama button.
Wait, is that a llama or a cat?
It says camera with llama.
Oh, okay. Great. Okay. This is Talking Dough and Eating Donuts, so we need to do talking dough and eating donuts. All right. This is the first donut that we're gonna eat, and the reason we're gonna eat this, while everybody says how they did on their first 10 minutes of the task, is that we are going to eat this one first because it has chocolate on it, and chocolate gets stuck in my mouth, and I'm gonna need to wash it down with a different donut. So I'm gonna mostly eat this side, and then Aaron's gonna eat this side, but I'll try a little bit on that side. Just so you know, this is like a hard shell. Like you can see it's not like I'm putting thumbprints on it, which is not very pretty for it, but, and then this is a hard donut. I love old fashioned, so I'm really hopeful. All right, let's give it a shot. Rural, I got logged in but can't figure out how to start. I did download tax forms and otherwise decided I'm too tired to play with money tonight. I don't know. It sounds like you downloaded tax forms and you got logged in. That sounds great. The vanilla is really good. I will say this is very crumbly. Normally old fashions are not so crumbly. I got my EAN. Bank account will be ready next time I need to invoice. Thanks, coach. That's amazing. See what you can get done in 10 minutes? This is why I thought this anti-procrastination stream would be valuable, because most of the money tasks that we need to do in day-to-day life, we make out to be these big, annoying things in our head, and they don't take as long as we think they take. I made lunch for tomorrow and got a snack for me. See, there you go. Okay. You're anti-calling. That's still important stuff. That means that you can try to do the task for the next one if you want to. Ooh. New goal is sit in a recliner and eat cookies. I think that's fair. Okay, I love the vanilla side of this. I'm afraid of the chocolate part. I'm going to take one bite from the chocolate part and then I'm handing it off. You could take the tax if you bring me a napkin. The chocolate shell is good if you like chocolate. It's very similar to the chocolate shell that is like on the outside of like ice cream, frozen ice cream cone things. I guess all ice cream is frozen, but like the kind of ice cream cones that you get with the hard shell chocolate from the grocery store. Hey, Abel Jackson. I had to take a phone call and mute it. I just got back and you're eating the stupid donut. Well, you could rewind. I have a second donut though. So the second donut is coming. My review of that, 4 out of 5. I think if I liked chocolate, it could get to 4.5 out of 5. But my big complaint that wouldn't make it a 5 out of 5, even if I loved chocolate, is that I felt like it was a little too crumbly and like not as moist as I wanted it to be inside of the bread in the, well, I've lost my pen, y'all. Okay. Really just not as moist as I wanted it to be inside. It was like a little too crumbly. It was quite good though. 4 out of 5. I mean, it's still pretty. Also, if you like black and white cookies, I think you'd love this. So there we go. I think we might have turned this camera off of autofocus, but there we go. Well, by we, I mean Miss Kugel, princess that she is, probably turned it off because she loves to screw with this. All right. Is it time? We're going to do the second. Taxman is going to need napkins to levy the tax on. Yes, this is true. Oh, right. I forgot that you don't like the donut. That's what I thought. Well, we're done with that donut. And now we're back to get the task done that you need to get done. All right. So now we are on. What was your review, Aaron?
3.5. I feel like it wasn't old-fashioned enough. I wanted it to be more dry and crispy.
We really like old fashions. Well, I like the outside to be crispy, but I like the inside to be wetter. If that makes sense.
More outside and less inside.
We want the donut to defy physics, is what we were saying. More outside, less inside. Okay. Yes, I would say that they prohibit eating them down the middle. I did eat a little bit on the edge, but all right. It is time. We are coming on back in, and we are gonna finish these tasks. Chase did already log me out, y'all. It did work. Good job. And I have to get my code again. Great. All right. Write what your next 10-minute task is. Folding laundry is a great example of a task. It probably will take you less than 10 minutes. But if you have a lot of laundry, you could just fold. Maybe you need to start a load of laundry and you live with somewhere where there's a laundry machine. You can go do that during this task. Go gather up all the things you need to put in the laundry machine. Put it in the laundry machine. Unless you are on the East Coast and go to bed early, then you're probably going to be awake late enough to be able to transfer all the stuff to the dryer or hang it up to dry if you need to hang it up to dry. So I believe in you. I believe in you. All right. I got the mail and my egg separation station set up. My partner is harassing the chickens for additional eggs. Wait. You're not like telling them they need to lay an egg right now. I'm assuming your partner's getting the eggs for them. All right. 3, 2, 1, start. Next task. Get going on it, or the next part of your task. I am going to be logging into Chase again with yet another code, which I hope does not pop up on the screen. Good, it did not pop up on the screen. I must have set it in do not disturb mode, which was smart of me. But sometimes I feel like do not disturb mode does not work. Okay, the bank accounts are here now. Okay, we need to transfer how much into the checking account. To avoid the monthly service fee, I need a $1,500 balance each day in the checking account. So I'm just going to transfer in. I'm going to transfer in to there. There we go. Initial funding. There we go. And poof. Transfer money. Great. Make another transfer. Link an external account. Now I am going to link my high yield savings, and I am temporarily sacrificing some interest money to do this, but the bonus I'm getting is worth much more than the couple dollars of interest that I am sacrificing. So, because I currently make like $180-ish a month, but the rate has been dropping in this high yield savings account. So it's lower than 5% now. It was over 5% for a while. So, I think I worked it out, and I'm sacrificing like $40 of interest with the amount that I have to transfer over, but I'm making $900 but I'm, hey, it's taxable income, so it is real. Okay. I do have to log in to that bank account in order to do it because they want me to confirm the account number. So. The temptation to say the account number out loud and then remembering I'm streaming. Okay. I keep saying that my account number is like not correct. And all right, 429. How we all doing? I need to put in my routing number now. Okay. In order to avoid a fee, I have to transfer in so $300. So I'm gonna transfer in $300 now. Okay. I have 3 minutes left. I'm going to put these into YNAB so that they exist, because otherwise these don't exist. Okay, I'm going to add account. Do you think I can do this in 2 minutes? Linked. It looks like it's not synced up yet, and I do want to have this be a synced account, so I'm just gonna wait to do that, believe it or not. Then I need to add. Who knows the difference between an ABA and an ACH routing number? I don't know the difference between ABA. I thought ABAs were for business accounts and ACH is for regular. Do you know the difference? I would be curious to know. Nobody else can do anything with that code anyway. I don't know. I think people could probably figure something out to do with it. Ooh, I'm going to finally upload photos from my SD card to my computer for my Japan trip 8 months later. I have you beat. I just got a notification that I was in London 5 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I have footage from the Japan trip 5 years ago where we vlogged all day, multiple days, that has still not been edited and uploaded. So, review show notes for Friday live stream. All right, 5 seconds left. This came up at work when my employer tried to pay Americans. Interesting. I do not know the difference, but we could find it out. All right. We did it. We did it. 10 minutes. I successfully accomplished most of it. What about you? So the part of the task that I did not complete was that I have to get test deposits to transfer the main bulk of the money. So the amount that I have to set up the direct deposit for work. So I could do that in the last one. So we're going to eat a donut and then I'm going to set up the direct deposit for the last one. The Chase savings customers, I needed to deposit $15,000. And so I want to pull that from my high yield savings account versus from my checking, although I should probably clear some money out of my checking too. But I have 30 days to do it. And then I need to maintain that balance for 90 days. So I am going to make sure, final day for funding bank account. I'm setting a reminder for myself right now. And I'm going to do the due date, just so I have plenty of time, as February 20th. Great. Okay. How'd everybody do? I am absolutely guilty of egg shaming this time of year. 12 chickens and at most 2 times a day. Also 50 ducks and no eggs from those lazy creatures. Okay, but like, how do you egg shame chickens? Also, aren't they just like, it's cold, they don't want to do anything? I don't understand how you inspire that. Look at that. You've got 24-hour accomplishments. What's your 10-minute accomplishments? I mean, that looks great. That sounds great. Aaron has started his slides. Great, great. I did the thing. Stressful. I felt like I'm back at boot camp. Wait, what was the thing that you needed to do? I forgot what your task was. What was your task? Congrats, though. 10 minutes. I mean... ABA is the one you see on checks. ACH is exclusively for electronic transactions only. In many cases, it's the same number. Thank you. I enjoy learning that. That is very fascinating to know. Seamus, the countdown, you are supposed to come up with some part of the task you've been procrastinating on that you can do in 10 minutes. And then do it during the 10-minute countdown. And money things are encouraged, but they don't have to be money things. In your case, you said that you wanted to set up an LLC. And so I would recommend that your task for the first 10 minutes is getting an EIN, which is totally free. And Kellen just did it before. In the 10-minute task, and you also could do it. It's totally free. You can get it online. You do not have to pay for it. So get it from irs.gov and you can apply for an EIN online. It takes not that long, and that will give you a business number to keep your business and personal expenses separate, and you might not even need the LLC. So there's my suggestion for a task for you. I will link to the IRS's, and you can only apply for like 10 EINs a day or something wild like that. Anyway, I will put the EIN link right there in the chat in case that's what you need to be doing. One pile of wires shoved back into their box. That's a pretty good accomplishment. Okay. Laundry. Great job. You did the thing. You did the thing. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You did it. Okay. I do know more about the Swift BIC and IBAN numbers. Okay. This is the second donut. This is Talking Dough and Eating Donuts. And that is what we do. We talk dough and we eat donuts. So. And now that lives on the screen. It's fine. Okay. Here is the donut. This one is New Year's, what is it called? It is called New Year's Sprinkle. It has a sweet buttery glaze with fun sprinkles. That's pretty much it. That's the whole, but it is a traditional raised donut versus a old fashioned. And it really has a lot of glitter sheen. And if you didn't see this before, I think it's very important to mention that it matches my planner cover down to the sparkles and the color scheme extremely well. And I think you should always match your donut to your donut to your planner. That seems important in life. All right, let's go for it. Oh, I don't know. Okay. The raised donut is a little too floofy in my opinion. And this is an extremely sweet topping. It's super easy there. It's like, I'm not that excited by it. It's pretty, if you know what fairy bread is, that's kind of what it tastes like to me. It's just too sugary of a topping in my, the floofy inside is pretty good. I kind of would describe the inside as like a little Wonder Bready. And that's not a compliment. I see what they were trying to do. It's not for me. It's too sweet. I do like the crunch of the sprinkles. Like it adds, because it's so sweet, but so fluffy on the inside. And then the sprinkles are crunchy. I guess the tax man is shaking their head, but then eating all of the donut. So oh, this is important. The donuts that are supposed to get sent absolutely need to get sent. All right. I'm 3 out of 5. Like, I'm not going to give it a 2 out of 5 because it isn't bad. It's just, it's not to the quality I have come to expect from dough donuts. And I think it was a little, it had a little too much, I don't know, what's the word I want to look. The flavors might not have been for me. I want to give it a 2.5. It's exactly mid. It's mid. There we go. So it's 2.5. There's the donut logs. We have time for one more 10-minute anti-procrastination stretch. And then we'll have 5-ish minutes to wrap up at the end there. So, what I want from you, tell me what your final 10-minute anti-procrastination task is, even if it's just resting, because it sounds like resting is what's happening for some people. Last attempt, 10 minutes. Okay. And on the screen, ready to go. Sounds like everybody's got it. 10 minutes down. Starting to go. What I am going to attempt to do is set up my direct deposit to be enough to meet the criteria and for for me to then okay. My current employer uses ADP. Okay. I am attempting to set up, I will not hit for this paycheck because that's like going to hit my account like tomorrow, but it should hit for next month's paycheck. And I think I'm going to make it the amount that I need to have direct deposits each month to avoid fees, because I don't think there was like a very high amount. And I want to have the majority of it get routed into my main US. I mean, the majority of it goes to my 401k, but my 403b. But that is what I am going to do. Okay. Let's see if this is the right ADP password. I can always tell when I've been doing a bunch of financial stuff because I end up I have like all of my most recent communications are all the two-factor auth codes. Okay, update payment options. Okay. Edit, or no, wait, add, cancel, add bank account. I have to sign into Chase for the bazillionth time because they really do kick you out very fast. Okay. So. Account and routing number. I'm so happy you don't have to bring in a canceled check anymore. Oh, you're going to make me retype it, ADP, instead of just copy and pasting. Do you not realize that that's actually less likely to make me do it correctly? Okay. Let's do... I did it. I now have 2 bank account direct deposits. Okay. I think I did it. Okay. Now I want to set up a autosave feature to avoid the fee. Okay. Seems good. Do. Still struggling to connect the laptop to the photo storage on the phone. Looks like I'll spend 10 minutes hunting for a USB-C cable and figuring out the path to the photos file on the phone. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hey, but you've started it. That's part of it. I hope you can finish it during this time. I finished the eggs I have available and I'm taking a break. Congrats, you did it. How are all of your animals doing with the avian flu? Are they all doing okay? My Benadryl is kicking in, so I'm resting. Got my allergy shot today. Weird how my non-dominant arm reacts more. I have that same thing too, I feel like. Congrats on getting an allergy shot. That's very exciting. Rest is very important, and I think setting aside some time to rest and watch me sign up for a bank account is a very important part of self-care. Setting up my vision board supplies, that's great. You're going to learn to play Talking Head songs on guitar in 10 minutes. I told you to get an EIN, but you didn't do it, so. Does not meet or exceed expectations. Yes, that's what I said about the donuts. Unpacked my new label maker. That's exciting. Wait, how long did it take to unpack? What's going on with that label maker? David, what did you watch on TV tonight? I watched someone open a checking account and it was riveting. Welcome to our live streams. So I am going to talk a little bit about consumer activism and boycotts next week. If you have anything in particular that you really want to chat about, please mention it on the Oh My Dollar Patreon. So you can join for $0 on there, and then you'll get notified about live streams. Just because YouTube is unreliable. And if you have something you want to talk about, I think the things I'm going to talk about are the type of consumer boycotts people are trying to do right now, around agricultural products that are exported from Israel. I'm going to talk about boycotts of Meta products, social media products, boycotts of Amazon, and some people are like maybe boycotting Trader Joe's right now. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And this actually comes on the heels of our local grocery store, which is now owned by a private equity firm, has just asked people to boycott until they get a contract because they have been stuck in labor negotiations for a long time. So anyway, I think we can talk about that. What difference does it make? Are there other ways that you can approach it as opposed to total boycotts? Does what you individually do matter? Anyway, that's our topic next week. So if you have any things that you really want to bring up, you can bring it up on Patreon, or you can bring it up on the Oh My Dollar forums. And we are done with our 10 minutes. Let's go. Complete confetti. Yay. Amazon just closed down in Quebec? Oh, I'm very interested in that. From lack of use or regulatory problems or what? Okay, we have 9 minutes before we need to end the stream. And I would like to hear what you're looking forward to this week. I am looking forward to, what am I looking forward to? Besides my money being deposited in my bank accounts, which I'm kind of excited about. It's my money going from one of my bank accounts to my new bank account, but whatever. It's going to equal $900 in a little bit. So I think it's worth it for me. I haven't played one of these signing up for bank account games, I think since 2021. So it has been a while. I do the credit card sign up game, which, by the way, my work trip, because I had to like book it all and then get reimbursed, and I was booking 2 people's hotel rooms for 14 days plus all these buses. Not that the buses were terribly expensive, but it ended up paying for, I think, 4 nights of mid-range hotels in Southeast Asia, and then several activities through the cashback with the card that I got. So just want to say, no fee card too. Of course it's Union. Oh, Amazon announced that Wednesday that it will shut down all 7 of its facilities in the province in the coming weeks, insisting the decision was tied to cost savings and not a new union. Yeah, well, isn't getting rid of a newly unionized space just future cost savings in the minds of NBAs? That sucks. My uncle might be affected by the return to office mandate. Yeah, there's been a lot of people on the forums that are affected in various ways. We have quite a few people that like work in the federal government or federal government contractors. It sounds like it's really rough. I've been doing some reporting on it. If you know anybody who's Oregon or Washington that's affected by it, I'm like, keep doing some things on it here. We don't have a ton of federal agencies here. And one of the federal agencies we have, it is an executive agency, but it's our power, Bonneville Power Administration, which is a federal agency, but it's what runs our, like all of our dams and our hydropower and in the region. They are a self-funded agency, so they are less likely to be affected, but they are technically an EPO agency. Anyway, it sounds like it's really rough. It sounds like even if you are not directly affected, you like buy them, like even if the day-to-day of your work hasn't changed, it sounds like the attitude is really dismal, even among people that are supporters of the administration, because nobody likes that level of like chaos that coming to their workplace. That's the impression I've gotten from talking to even some like pretty diehard Trump supporters that are affected by it. So it does really sound like it's very stressful. My organization has someone in a DEI role. Luckily, thank you. I appreciate that. She does great work, and we are not a federal agency, but they said federal contractors, which we're not, and then federal grant recipients. And that's where it's a little dicey because we are a PBS station. And while it isn't a huge chunk of our funding, and we are always aware of how under threat it is, and it's probably hasn't been this under threat since the 90s, like the most recent like worry about PBS funding because it becomes political every so often. Anyway, there's a lot of confused questions about whether or not our DEI staffer like would theoretically be affected. She will not be getting fired by our agency by any stretch of the imagination. That would just go really, really against the values. But anyway, it really sucks. Also, you could make arguments that a lot of people are in DEI positions, but she's the only one that actually has DEI in their name. Ooh, my belated Hanukkah gift for my parents arrives tomorrow. I finally redeemed the gift certificate they sent me. Oh, that's so sweet. So what is it? Is it a keyboard? Is it another keyboard? I'm very curious. Is it 3D printing stuff? A friend of mine runs a company and they recently set up a 911 call center. Apparently the payment for that from government funding might be locked up. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have D&D tonight, and I'm looking forward to getting my birthday cupcakes tomorrow. My birthday was last week, but the gluten-free cupcakes have to be special ordered. I'm so excited for your week late. It just means that your birthday week goes longer. But I'm so excited for your gluten-free cupcakes for you. Thank you for bringing it back to happy things. I asked people what they were looking forward to, and then ended up talking about how depressing things are for people that work in federal agencies, which is no fun for anyone. Okay, well. Okay. Anyone want to buy a keyboard? I feel like I should purge. I want a cute cat keyboard, please. Thank you. Soft touch and quiet. Which I feel like yours are not soft touch. I need you to tell me what switches I want and then which keys will work with those. And then if I know those two things, then I feel like I can do the research. But I got very overwhelmed last time I looked. All right. We will be talking about consumer activism and boycotts next week. And I hope everybody has a lovely week. Great belated birthday cupcakes at D&D. Opening belated birthday presents. We've got a lot of, Hanukkah presents. We got a lot of like present situations going on. What other things are people looking forward to? And maybe sharing some winter ice carnival. That's great. That sounds really good. Ontario is calling an election with the government. Oh, yes. But, oh my God. Ontario sent out $200 checks to every Ontarian, but the checks are bouncing because they're calling an election. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look into that. I saw that they were calling an election, but I didn't get the following things, and that is hilarious. But also, I'm sorry. I wish that they hadn't bounced. Eric, you did it! I think you did it after the last 10 minutes, but you did it, which is the whole point of this stream. Thank you for ending us on a high note for the anti-procrastination stream. I have 1 minute to get to my union meeting where we were talking about wages, so I need to go. That's important. It was so lovely to have you all here. Thank you for joining me again for a live stream. It's great to have you. Wonderful to have you. Until next week, stay safe, stay hydrated, pet a cat if you have one available, and I will see you soon. Bye!